So this series over the past few weeks has had a rough few weeks to say the least. A lot of anime fans who have been enjoying the series started to have a lot of issue with it. I was on the side of, yes, I thought it didn't stay as enjoyable as, say, the first half, but I still have been having a fun time with this, as seen by me reviewing it every week. This episode in particular, I think, is one of the strongest, maybe even the strongest episode of the series. I'd really have to look at all the past episodes to judge if it was the best, but it's definitely a standout in the series in my honest opinion. What I really like with this episode is it did two major things, the first of which I expected, though I didn't fully know how they were going to do it. Last week, without even realizing that Rabbit bit off his tongue, I said either he's already been dead this entire time, or he was going to turn himself into a undead corpse, which he absolutely does. But last week in the comment section, someone pointed out, which I completely missed because it's only there for a few frames, before he gets sliced open, he literally bites his tongue off, so basically he's the reason he got killed, so he can turn himself into an undead corpse, which isn't unexpected. However, I did like how they kind of explained it. They actually fully tied it up so no one can kind of speculate, well, actually, he's not dead or anything like that. No, he died there. Just it was his own doing. However, the thing that's unexpected to me was I was under the impression that they were going to go the route of essentially Tiger has this obsession with Ox because as seen in last week's episode in the first half of her flashback, no one gave her a challenge. She was literally unstoppable and she really didn't feel like she had a point to life. So I thought they were going to go the route of essentially she fought him in the past and he was the only person that she couldn't defeat. However, they went a different route, which is, I think, a more interesting route and a much better route, where they essentially went the route of Ox saved her back in the day when she was kind of like on a path of going really nowhere, and I really just liked the entire scene of him carrying her to basically this tent, and that kind of gave her something to inspire to be, that they were two completely separate warriors, and she felt like she wasn't the right type of warrior, and she aspired to be someone who could literally be someone worthy of his respect in a lot of ways. And I like how they tied their backstories together. I thought it's really interesting. Like, I have no idea if we're going to see any more maybe Ox's backstory, like just from his point of view, or if this counts as both of theirs. Nonetheless, I thought it was actually a really solid backstory. I think it's one of the standouts for sure. And I think how it ties into the reason why she was so obsessed over Ox and the fact that she literally sacrificed herself to save Ox, it makes sense because if it was just she had like this, like she wanted to be able to fight him and kill him because he was the only opponent that she could never defeat, it'd be a lot less like, well, why would she really want to like sacrifice herself for him? It makes sense why she literally sacrificed herself, and the fact that she's so far the only one who's had her wish granted. Though she died in the most peaceful way in her honest opinion, that she got to die in a duel from the man that she literally just wanted to be in a lot of ways, and I thought that's actually a really nice way to like kind of wrap up her story. It's bittersweet for sure, but not everyone's gonna have a happy-go-lucky ending when it comes to there, but the fact that her wish got granted without even needing to win this war, I thought that was pretty interesting, and I actually liked how it makes sense Ox isn't gonna recognize her. Ox is someone who was saving lots of kids, lots of people, but if you're the one being rescued by that person, of course you're gonna remember them, and obviously unless he only saved one person or a couple of people, he's not gonna remember her. And I just like how they tied up their stories, and I like how right now we got a bunch of pieces of Rabbit just kind of floating around attacking people. On top, we still have Monkey lingering around, and I like that. I thought this was the episode that kind of like gave this series a boost that I think it needed. As even though I have been having fun with past episodes, it still feels like, okay, we do need to do something to spice it up a little bit, and I thought they did it. There wasn't a lot of action this episode, but they did exactly what I like this series for. Good character development, or not really development in this case, but more or less character kind of fleshing out. They fleshed out a lot of these backstories and kind of gave us a better understanding of these characters, and they did it in one of the best ways we've seen, easily in my honest opinion. The standout in this episode is definitely, I believe her name was Tora's voice actress. A lot of emotion, especially in the dying scene, beautifully done, a lot of emotion portrayed, and I thought the way the visuals worked with the voice acting, it was a great death scene, 100%, it was emotional, and it had a lot going on for it, and I'm very excited to see how next week's going to go down, because we have 2 episodes left, and you can assume Ox is going to get killed off next week, but it's a matter of, are they going to keep Ox alive for the final episode? Like, how exactly are they going to go around? Because we haven't seen Rat's backstory. On top, we haven't seen Ox's backstory, and I've been told that Rabbit doesn't have a backstory, but maybe the anime will go the route of giving him one. I'm not 100% sure of this, but still, I'm excited to see. I've been still, like, anticipating new episodes, but after last week, it's still like, okay, I mean, are we going to see anything different? And I think they delivered, so I'm very excited to see how episode 11 and 12 are going to go going forward here. But let me know your thoughts. What did you think of this episode? Are you like me? This is one of the standout episodes in your opinion? Or was this a little lackluster for you? Let me know. And before I leave, smack that like button to share your support. If you're new channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.